the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running.
What up, y'all? Deb had an appointment this morning. I went with her, so I didn't work at Dustin's today, and instead I took this apart to here. Yeah, I know. I pulled my alarm out. So all the wiring hanging down there. Most of that's for my alarm. Like this is my windshield washer control box. See? Intermittent wiper. This is something on the Jeep. Yeah. It's got 2 relays in it. Who knows? And the rest of that, my alarm wiring pretty much. But anyway, since it ain't gonna be going to any shows anytime soon, I'm gonna look at something like Crime Stopper, Viper, something not your typical Chinese. I mean, I know they're all gonna be made in Chinese, but something better. That thing it has a terrible draw on my battery, and I don't know why. Somebody said I could have had the accessory and constant wire connected, and it might have. 12volt.com might have been wrong on the wiring, because no matter what, any damn time that I would drive, the shock sensor would always flash. Like it would light up the floorboard red. So somebody might have been right, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll double check all that shit while I got it apart. Now, I've had some people interested in the Blazer, but nobody's came through with cash yet, and it's still here. Actually, Deb just did her midweek start it to keep the C-Max good and topped off. But yeah, the Blazer is still for sale. Deb's actually looking at hearse. You can get them cheap from funeral homes, guys. So that's one of the options that we have that we're looking into, is maybe doing a hearse build for her. But other than that, I don't know, guys. So right now, we're still waiting for somebody to be like, yeah, I want it, and then we'll proceed from there. I really need to take pictures of it, but I haven't. Other than that, this is really all I have. Right now, I'm literally got the column tore apart as far as I can. I'm waiting on Mr. Mailman to bring me the tool that I ordered from Amazon that's out for delivery. I'm held up until that. I stripped my old column of all the switches that need to be put in there, because one, the turn signal switch in that column that I got, it didn't even have a place for the hazard lights. So there was a random hole in the column that I didn't want. So I had to take that off of mine. And then the wiper box, or wiper control, that was in that column didn't have intermittent wipers, and mine did. You saw the box, I just showed it to you a minute ago where it said intermittent wiper control. So I had to take my wiper switch and put in the column piece on there. So I did all that already. Just waiting on the damn mailman, guys. So other than that, I ain't really got a lot for you guys. They wouldn't nothing go on at the shop yesterday. So I did get a lead on a dash yesterday, though, for my Jeep. I really need to replace that dash, because everywhere that everything bolts to or clips to is broke. Like, part of it's definitely due to age, but a lot of it's just the system destroys everything. Like steering column. So you guys want a big base build until you have a big base build. And I'm at the point right now where I'm kind of done. Like, not done with audio. I'm going to do some more work to the Jeep, but I don't think I want more subs or more power in a vehicle that I'm going to drive to shows and shit, because the 615s is destroying everything. But let's go over some stuff, shall we? I had a guy, I can't remember his name, and he's going to be mad, but anyway, because he ain't getting the shout out that he wants. But he messaged me about safety in car audio. And this wasn't last, because I got my charger in here. And my dog's talking to y'all. Well, say what up, Jaeger. He's like, screw y'all. Here's one of the things I have in here for car audio safety. These are pretty cheap at Harbor Freight. They are big enough. I do it one hand, but you can see it definitely goes around. camera angle. It goes around 1/0, and it cuts 1/0 really well. These are brand new, probably have not ever been used yet. But you need a pair of these, and I keep them right here in the back where I always know where they're at. That's a new pair because I had another pair and I loaned them to somebody at a show to cut their shit that was on fire, and I never got them back. But they work great to cut your wire here or here if said amplifier would be on fire. And in here, it's hard for me to tell which wire from this amp is going to go to the battery, so I would cut here and here, you know. And honestly, you would only need to either cut the black or the red. We'll just choose one and cut it. And here, I don't even know what the hell that is. Oh, it's old window. Aha, I know what that is. That's the stuff I sprayed on my window before I tinted it when we scraped it off. But anyway, yeah, that's one part of safety in car audio. Here is another part of safety in car audio. Is your fire extinguisher. I keep a fire extinguisher in here at all times. Why it's on this side, I don't know. That's just where I've always put it. I'll jump out over there, run around here and grab it, but I always know where it's at. Right there. You see it? It's right there. We'll call this a monthly check. Yep, it's good. Yep, needle's in the green. So, and you see, spare fuses. We're always prepared. So, guys, that is your car radio safety. Why do I have a fire extinguisher in each car? In case something catches on fire. I got cutters in the back of Can't Get Right also. The same exact kind. So, it's just, they're cheap at Harbor Freight. They work. They work for what you need them for. Now, I don't use them like every day around the house when I'm cutting one out. I got a big pair of cutters that I use for that. But I'd keep them in here because they're small. They don't really take up no room. And if there's something on fire and I need to cut the wires, they're there. I haven't had to do it yet, but other people have. Fire extinguisher. I have not had a fire in here that I had to use an extinguisher on in the back. A couple years ago, I was welding in here, caught a float towel on fire with a spark, and I was going to use my fire extinguisher at the time, but it was small enough my garden hose was right there. So the garden hose prevailed. Me and Deb's been on a ride before when we had the Edge. It had a fire extinguisher in it also. And the car in front of us on the highway, I guess they threw a rod. Oil went out of the oil pan on the exhaust, caught the car on fire. The guy pulled over had no clue what was going on. And I'm like, dude, your motor blew and there was oil like for the last half mile on the highway. I used my fire extinguisher to put his car out. If not, the whole thing would have just burnt. It was a pretty new car too, so at that point he just needed a motor, not a whole car. So, yeah, I lost the fire extinguisher during that, but I helped somebody, so it was all good. Now, what I was going to tell you guys, really important. If you have a fire extinguisher and you ever pull that pin and squeeze the handle, even if it's just a little bit for a little fire, your fire extinguisher is no good at that point. Throw it away and get another one. Once you crack the seal in them, they will just continue to leak pressure down until the fire extinguisher is fully empty of pressure. My little buddy Joe did that. He played with his fire extinguisher one day, and then when his vehicle actually did catch on fire and he tried to use it, there was nothing there. He squeezed the handle and nothing. And that's why I'm letting you guys know, because I'm sure there's a lot of you that do not know that. So yes, always be safe. If you got a system of, I don't care if you're just running AGM batteries. I was looking to make sure the mail hadn't gone yet. But even if you're just running AGM batteries and you got a couple amps in there, get a fire extinguisher. It don't have to be as big as what I'm carrying. You can just get one of them small ones at AutoZone or somewhere. But get a fire extinguisher. Get cutters. make sure your shit's easily accessible either at the amplifier. I know a lot of you guys run batteries under the enclosure like I did in the edge. So make sure you can get to the amp wires and cut them. But it could definitely be the difference between your car burning to the ground or you just having a little bit of shit to repair. So either way, that's all I got for now, guys. So we waiting on the mailman. Jingle came in. And that vote, and them 2 votes are the ones that have been giving me all the grief. So I just pulled them out, cleaned them up, red Loctite. And it's the, yep, it's just a permanent on there. Let's get over and there you go. This is high strength something force. But anyway, it's just $10, $11 a tube now. But for all the work I'm having to do here. But anyway, these are the pins. They in the side, they go in here and here for the tilt. And they fit flush as shit. And they're what's a pain in the ass to get out. Now, this is the part I normally cry at because I got this piece and it goes back in here like this. And I got to get that back on there and all lined up. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know if it definitely can't go like that. Here. So, there we go. See what it does? That's what it does.
Ignore the dog. He's excited.
So in here, your ignition, it turns this thing here, and it has that spring on it, and that basically is what makes your ignition work. And here's why this is such a major pain in the buttocks. Okay, I can't even get this thing. I can't even get you to get in there. Okay. See, it's gonna want to move. Okay, if I can get him to come out there. Now, this. Okay. And see, that piece that I was just telling y'all about, it got up in there. Shit, I don't need it in there. I need that to sit where it sits. Okay, I got it back in place. But he has to stay up there while I get this hooked. And by cracky, he's wanting to fall again. And see, he ain't sitting right. And guys, this is the worst part of doing this job on any plateau. Like the last time I did that, for some odd reason, I was having a really good day, and I got that sumbitch put in there. Now I got it in there, but this, okay, I guess he's hooked. It looks right. But now the test is, see, I can push it in and out, and my dash lights ain't coming on. And if my dash lights ain't coming on, that means that it ain't in there right. That means it came unhooked from something. Because it should be on that, and it should pull like the damn wind. Get clean. No. And see this here, it has to be out that hole. And then that fucking falls again. And then you gotta get this up there and get it. Now it ain't wanting to clip. That's something terribly, terribly. See, it's got a clamp on them two things. And you don't want to stay where you're supposed to stay. You gotta pull that back. For some odd reason, I'm not even. And I can tell it already came unhooked in here. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a job that you got to be like a Tech 2 genius or something like that. But you don't have to film all of this because this is just a bunch of me failing over and over. Okay, I can't even get it to clip.
All right, we'll get it back.
And how you can tell you got it is if you turn this and your ignition comes on. And if you turn it off, it goes off. So I got it. And my little spacer thing's in there. It took me a few tries, I ain't gonna lie. But now I need to take these 4 bolts out, drop the column down to get my turn signal hazard light switch in that piece. The wire's got to go down under there. So I'm gonna try to do that real quick. I got it all back together and the steering wheel is wobbly. It's no big deal though. I realized what I did. I actually had to come home and watch some YouTube videos because I deleted all my video footage the other day taking it apart. But there is a bearing race crown retainer and there's the spring in there you got to compress, like woo, you know. I put the retainer on top of the spring when it's supposed to go on first and then the spring. And that's what the spring's actually there for, is to push against it to hold that bearing race down in place so the steering's tight. And I kept wondering the other day when I was like, how the hell is this steering getting the shaft getting so loose? Yeah, it's my own fault, you know, dumb shit that I do. That's all that is, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here. So don't forget, my birthday is Saturday. Today's when my birthday's Saturday. I'll put my Cash App on. It's in everywhere. I'll put my Cash App everywhere. Coffee. Just buy your homeboy a coffee for sharing some knowledge and quality entertainment with you. Quality. I mean, my YouTube channel won this duck. Okay, AccuAir gave me that at Jeep Jam. But still, quality entertainment sometimes. You can at least watch me screw up over and over and over again. I mean, if nothing else, that's got to be worth something, right? A bottle of Starbucks coffee, even. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. Thank you to my subscribers. And if you are one of my YouTube members or Patreon, go check the video I put out on there earlier today. That's for you guys. I was letting you know before everybody. But I do have big news coming up in a couple of weeks. So, anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. Peace out and bass on.